Good morning or afternoon, everyone. I'm excited to welcome you to today's presentation on Reward Distribution Criteria Overview. We'll be exploring how merit, need, and equality serve as key foundations for fair reward allocation within organizations. This is a crucial topic for creating balanced and motivating environments. I'm looking forward to sharing insights and discussing these important principles with you. Let's dive in. Merit-based rewards are all about recognizing and compensating individuals based on their performance and contributions. Essentially, this system ensures that rewards are directly linked to measurable achievements and efforts, which helps motivate people to do their best. To make sure the rewards are fairly distributed, organizations rely on a variety of evaluation methods. These typically include performance reviews, assessments of goal achievement, and quality measurements. Together, these methods provide a comprehensive view of an employee's work, ensuring that rewards are truly earned and well-deserved. Here we explore the key advantages of merit-based systems. First, motivation plays a crucial role. When rewards are tied directly to effort and achievement, individuals are naturally encouraged to push themselves harder. This connection between effort and reward drives stronger commitment and ambition. Next, we have recognition of excellence. Merit-based systems make it clear who the top performers are, ensuring that achievements are fairly and transparently acknowledged. This fairness boosts morale and fosters trust within the team. Finally, we see productivity gains. By fostering a culture that values merit, overall performance improves as engagement increases and individuals feel more accountable. This not only benefits the individual, but also elevates the entire organization's success. Together, these advantages highlight why merit-based approaches are effective in driving performance and creating a positive, results-oriented environment. Here, we're examining some important limits and risks associated with merit-based systems. First, evaluation bias can play a significant role. When assessments are influenced by subjective opinions, it can lead to unfair results. Next, ignoring context is another pitfall. External disadvantages are often overlooked, which creates blind spots in how we evaluate performance. Then, reduced cooperation becomes a concern because focusing too much on individual merit might weaken teamwork and collaboration. Finally, a short-term focus can be damaging, as putting too much emphasis on immediate results can undermine long-term objectives. These points highlight the complexities we need to keep in mind when relying solely on merit-based evaluations. Let's look at when merit-based rewards are most effective and why they work well in certain scenarios. First, in sales and commissions, merit rewards fit perfectly because performance is easy to measure. Sales figures provide a clear, objective basis for rewarding individual achievements. This fairness helps motivate sales teams to excel. Next, in research and innovation, merit rewards recognize measurable outputs and clear impact. When scientists or innovators contribute significantly, these rewards encourage ongoing creativity and groundbreaking work. Finally, in academic achievement, merit-based recognition highlights outstanding accomplishments, such as high grades or influential publications. Because there are clear metrics, like exam results or research output, merit rewards provide a transparent way to honor excellence in education. Each of these scenarios shows how merit-based rewards rely on clear, objective criteria to ensure meaningful and motivating recognition. Need-based distribution is all about allocating resources according to the specific needs of individuals or groups. The main goal here is to promote fairness and reduce disadvantages by directly addressing disparities. This approach is commonly applied in social support settings, where it's crucial to carefully assess each person's or group's needs to ensure resources are given where they're most required. This way, the system helps create a more equitable environment by focusing on what people actually need, rather than treating everyone exactly the same. Let's look at the key advantages of need-based distribution. First, it promotes equity by ensuring that resources are allocated to those who need them most, which helps create a fairer system overall. Next, it targets vulnerable groups specifically, focusing support on populations that face the highest risks and challenges, making sure no one is left behind. Finally, it reduces inequality by addressing disparities in access to resources and services, helping close those critical gaps and fostering a more just society. The image here of the vintage typewriter with social equity reminds us of the importance of fairness in how resources are shared. When we look at the limitations and challenges of need-based rewards, there are several important factors to consider. First, assessing true need is not straightforward. Measuring it accurately is complex and often imprecise, which makes fair distribution difficult to achieve. Then there's the issue of perverse incentives. Sometimes, these rewards can unintentionally encourage dependency or even motivate people to misreport their needs to qualify for benefits. Another challenge is the administrative costs involved. Managing and verifying who truly qualifies increases both complexity and expenses for the program. Lastly, perceived unfairness can arise. Those who don't receive rewards might see the system as unjust, which can lead to resentment and dissatisfaction. These factors all highlight why need-based rewards, while well-intentioned, come with significant hurdles to overcome. Here, we explore key scenarios where need-based rewards make the most impact. Starting with social welfare programs, these initiatives tackle economic barriers head-on by directing resources to those who need them the most. This approach not only reduces inequality, but also fosters stronger, more stable communities. Next, disaster relief efforts focus on providing urgent aid to affected populations. By prioritizing need-based distribution, we ensure that support reaches the most vulnerable quickly, helping them recover and rebuild effectively. Finally, scholarships for disadvantaged students remove financial hurdles that might prevent access to education. Investing in these individuals maximizes social benefits by opening up opportunities for those who would otherwise be left behind. Together, these examples illustrate how need-based rewards can be strategically used to promote fairness and support those facing the greatest challenges. Here, we're looking at the concept of a quality-based reward distribution. This method involves giving everyone the same rewards, no matter how well they performed or what their specific needs might be. The key benefit is that it fosters a strong sense of unity among all participants, since everyone is treated equally. It also makes managing the rewards much simpler because there's no need to assess individual contributions or requirements. As depicted in the image, this approach brings people together on an even playing field, emphasizing collective participation rather than individual differences. Here we're looking at the advantages of equality-based distribution. First, simplicity is a major benefit. Since everyone receives the same reward, it's easy to implement without needing complex calculations or evaluations. This straightforward approach saves time and effort. Next is perceived fairness. When outcomes aren't the primary focus, giving everyone the same reward clearly shows fairness, helping to avoid feelings of favoritism. Lastly, this approach boosts team cohesion. By reducing competition among members, equal rewards promote a sense of unity and collaboration within the group, strengthening overall teamwork. As you can see, these points highlight how equality-based rewards can positively impact both fairness and group dynamics. Here, we explore some key limitations of equality-based distribution. First, equal distribution can lead to reduced motivation. When everyone receives the same share, regardless of effort or results, high performers might feel less incentivized to push themselves or excel, which can impact overall productivity. Next, there's the issue of potential perceived unfairness. Contributors who put in more time or effort may feel that an equal split doesn't accurately recognize their contributions, potentially causing dissatisfaction. Finally, equal shares often result in inefficient targeting. Because it doesn't consider differing needs or specific contributions, this approach may fail to allocate resources where they are most needed or beneficial. These points highlight why equality-based distribution, while simple, can sometimes be counterproductive in collaborative settings. Here are some key scenarios where equality-based rewards work best. First, in volunteer and community projects, equality is very effective when contributions are informal or hard to measure. This approach encourages a strong sense of unity and shared commitment among everyone involved. Moving on to early-stage teams, equality helps support fairness and build trust during the initial team-building phase. It reduces potential conflicts when individual roles are still being defined. Finally, for universal basic provisions, equality ensures everyone has access to essential services, simplifying distribution when needs are uniform and fundamental. These examples show how equality-based rewards can foster collaboration and fairness in different contexts. Now, let's compare the 3 key criteria for distributing rewards: merit, need, and equality. Starting with merit, this approach emphasizes fairness when performance can be clearly measured. It creates a strong incentive for people to perform well by rewarding top performers. However, it relies heavily on having accurate systems to measure performance. On the other hand, the need-based criterion focuses on fairness by taking into account individual circumstances. It motivates improvement by providing support where it's most needed, targeting those who require the greatest assistance. This approach depends on effectively assessing individual needs. Lastly, equality centers on treating everyone the same, ensuring fairness through equal treatment. This motivates people by offering equal benefits, applying to all individuals equally, and involving minimal administrative effort. Each approach has its strengths and challenges, depending on what the organization prioritizes, whether that's performance, support, or equal treatment. Here, we're looking at different hybrid approaches that combine fairness and merit in resource distribution. First, there's the base equality plus merit top-ups model. This starts by giving everyone an equal baseline benefit, then adds extra rewards to those who perform exceptionally well. Next, the need first with merit adjustments approach prioritizes aid to those who need it most, but still factors in merit to fine-tune how resources are allocated. Finally, the merit with safety net strategy focuses mainly on merit-based distribution, but ensures there's a minimum level of support for everyone, providing a safety net. These strategies highlight how decision-making can be tailored to balance equity, need, and performance in different contexts. To wrap up, it's essential to first match the criterion to your objective. Whether you choose merit, need, or equality should depend on what you want to achieve with your distribution. Next, always consider the balance between incentives and equity. Motivating effort is important, but it should be balanced with fairness to ensure the allocation is both effective and just. Moving on, don't forget to weigh the administrative costs. Assess how complex and expensive each approach is compared to the context and resources you have available. Finally, remember that sometimes the best solution is to use hybrids. Combining methods can help you address multiple goals at once and effectively mitigate trade-offs. This comprehensive approach will lead to more successful and balanced outcomes.